Hey guys, Tavis Piattoly, sports dietitian, Taylor Hooten Foundation. In today's topic, we're going to talk about the power of eating slow. Now you might ask, why are we talking about eating slow? What does it have to do with anything? Well, 70% of our country is overweight or obese, and the majority of them are trying to figure out ways to lose weight. And most people do that by going on a crash diet, eliminating a food, doing something that is extreme, that eventually they're going to bring back in their diet. They can't do long term, and it's not sustainable. And that's really the key when it comes to weight loss, is habits. It's not a magic diet. It's not a crash diet. Yes, those things will see the scale number change, but in the end, what happens a year later, 2 years later? Are you back to that normal weight? And if so, that program was not successful. What we have seen in the research that has been successful, when you change your habits. And one of those key habits is eating slower. Now, are you a fast eater? What does that mean? Do you eat a meal in less than 10 minutes? And if you do, then we need to maybe talk about strategies to help you eat a little bit slower. Research from the University of Rhode Island has demonstrated if we eat a meal in less than 10 minutes, we're going to probably consume an extra 200 to maybe 400 calories at that meal. Now that's quite significant. You might not think, 200 calories is not really that much, or even 350 to 400. But if you look at that every single week and every day, then that adds up to probably an extra 15 to 1700 calories a week. Usually that could lead in every 2 weeks, every 2 to 3 weeks, you can gain a pound. So that could be quite significant over the course of time. So how do we really change that? What can we do to slow down? Well, first test yourself or time yourself. How fast are you eating? Sit down, eat breakfast, and click on the timer. Don't change anything. Eat like you normally would eat. And if you're at 5 or 6 minutes, then even if you're less than 10 minutes, what can you do to get 30 seconds slower, a minute slower? What are those things to where eventually you want to be about 15 to 20 minutes to take a meal? It takes your brain and hormones in your body, leptin and ghrelin, to change in about 15 to 20 minutes. The hormone that indicates that we're full is leptin, and that's a key hormone to where if we eat too fast, it's not going to let you know you're full. You might go back for seconds. So time yourself, see where you are. If you are less than 10 minutes right now, what can you do to get to 11 minutes next week and 12 minutes the following week? It doesn't have to be done overnight. Now, a couple of steps that can help you slow down when it comes to eating. Number one is put your fork down between bites. That is something that if we keep the fork in the hand, there's a chance we're going to continue to eat and eat more. I've done that. It's just sometimes it's a habit if we're not distracted. But number two is to chew at least 40 to 50 times per bite. So if you chew fast and swallow, maybe chew a little slower until you get to 40 to 50 bites before you actually swallow. You can also drink some water in between meals. This is something or in between bites. I also recommend drinking a glass of water before you start your meal. That helps keep your belly a little bit fuller to where you might get full a little sooner. And even the last thing is, could you use chopsticks when you're eating? Would that help you improve and slow down your eating? So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is a powerful habit. We've seen people that just by changing from eating fast to slow, they've consumed less calories, didn't necessarily change what they were eating, just less, and they were able to lose weight. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Check us out, taylorhooten.org.